everyone out there, and welcome to another episode of DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan. And I was actually just watching this SpaceX launch, and I'm happy that they actually aborted the launch due to bad weather conditions. But I kind of wish I could have actually seen it. I was actually all over here just like waiting for that thing to launch, and I'm just like, oh, it's almost 4:33, you know, but then, they aborted. I'd rather them be safe than sorry, so please guys, when you actually do go out there, just make sure that you're actually okay. I can't wait to see this launch. But in the meantime, how do you get, this Megatron over here is actually such a great figure, but how do you actually get someone to buy something, to buy like the same exact figure? How do you do that? You actually make a weapon for another guy. So finally, my crosshairs over here is actually getting a new friend. Pinpointer over here is actually going to be like one of the scopes of this, but like really, it's all about Megs here. Netflix edition Megatron. I can't wait to review him and everything like that. Already, I actually have a couple of points of contention here and everything, but we'll actually go through that when I actually go through the video. So, welcome to my show. And again, if you haven't liked, subscribed, or hit the notification bell, please do so. I really appreciate it. It actually helps me out a lot. Now, on with the review. Megatron, the harbinger of evil, the person who actually thinks that you can only have through peace through tyranny. He is actually very, very awesome. I never had a real huge issue with the Siege paint scheme here or anything like that, and I always thought that this guy was actually still pretty great, you know? But now we're actually seeing he's actually getting kind of like a repaint here with the Netflix version of Megatron, and he looks really, really good so far, you know? Just judging by the box altogether and everything like that, they actually seem like they actually got all the Megatron that was actually missing in the last one, but I don't know if I'm gonna like him. So I'm gonna take him out of the box and see what we're actually going to find over here when it actually comes down to Megatron. So just bear with me, I'll be back. So, once you actually take him out of the box, he is a beaut of a bot. I was just doing a quick comparison and everything like that just to get a good gander at what this guy actually does. But it looks like already he is a badass. Look at this guy. He actually has and the one thing that I actually have to say that I don't really care for as much is the scuffing that's actually going right over here and over here, and maybe some of this coming in his codpiece and everything like that. Also, I kind of wish that they actually left this empty and kind of just did away with this and everything like that. All of this over here, this. Yeah, there we go. That gradation of paint over here and everything like that, I don't have an issue with whatsoever. And I love the way they actually transplanted that all around Megs and everything like that. This guy just looks great. Let me just give you a quick look all around. Lots of detail, lots of great detail here. I love what they actually did with his shins over here too and everything like that, and his knee. Just really awesome painting and everything like that. I love this. And this guy actually comes with Pinpointer and another Leonizer. I really wanted to get this just for this character altogether, because this Pinpointer is actually supposed to go to Crosshairs here, and for a while there I really thought that he wasn't going to be able to get his buddy at all unless I actually ordered the Japanese version of Windblade. But now they have actually been reunited into the mighty team that they actually should be, and I actually really love that. I kind of wish that they actually did sell a Pinpointer by himself, but at the same time, if you can actually get him, you can get him. But I kind of wish that they would actually release him with like another figure that we actually don't have, instead of like one that has actually kind of like been in the market for a while and everything. But once you actually get him in hand, that is a complete picture right there, you know? I love that. And just to give you a quick comparison as far as like sizes and everything like that, there we goes with a deluxe. There goes Megatron with a deluxe bot. And here he goes with a Voyager bot himself. And that looks great, you know? Like, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to keep both of them or if I actually want to give one away or something like that, you know? Because, like, these colors are actually just dead on anime Megatron, you know? Like, everything from, like, his silvery face and everything like that to more of the gray toned areas and everything like that. Like, I don't have an issue with this whatsoever. But when you actually have this guy in hand, he actually really starts looking like the real McCoy here and everything like that, you know? I don't really know if I actually like this, you know, like this flashing right over here and everything like that, or this gradation of like silver paint here and everything like that. I kind of wish they actually kind of like left it all in black, which, you know, would have actually like kind of like sold him a little bit more and everything like that. But I do love that they actually worked on a couple of tolerance issues and everything like that. Like right here, I actually had a major issue with that with my old version of Megatron, because like this guy kind of like tends to like be a little bit more loose and everything like that. It's easier to like actually swing it around and everything. But on this version, really nice. I like, even if I tap it just like lightly and everything like that, I'm tapping a lot harder and it's still not really moving or anything like that. So good for you, Hasbro. I really like this guy. Take a closer look at this face. Like, that is just dead on Megatron, you know? I kind of wish that they actually did a couple of things differently. Like, I kind of wish, like, with these two guys, I kind of wish that this version of Megatron actually still had the eyebrows in here and everything like that, because that actually says Megatron to me. But, yeah, all in all, he's actually, they're actually both great, you know? Love these two figures. So you know Pinpointer is actually going over the crosshairs, and I kind of felt like if I'm actually going to do anything with this version of Lionizer here, I think I'm going to give him over to Firestar. And kind of like, it seems to just make sense, you know? And Firestar actually didn't come with like another character or anything like that, nor did she need to. But this actually just kind of gave me the inspiration to like actually give her like some extra powers here and everything like that. I kind of wish I still had Greenlight and Hasbro, if you're listening to me. Put more green lights out there, green lights and dazzle strikes out there and everything like that, because like I would really, really love that just to finish off my Elita 1 or female Autobot collection. But like with this and with this blast effects part and everything like that, you know, it actually really gives like a lot more dimension over to Firestar here and everything like that. Now with her having this sword and everything like that, it actually gives like a little bit more beef to Spinster here and everything like that, who, if you remembered from one of my reviews and everything like that, had his face kind of mangled and everything like that, and I still like it. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm actually going to get another version just with like a perfect head. But because of like all that mangling there and everything like that, they actually have straight up beef and everything like that all together. And I like the extra dimension here that I'm actually given with like having this Lionizer. Again, Hasbro, please re-release at least a few more of the green lights and dazzle strikes, because I would really love that, you know, as like a person who's actually trying to finish off that collection and everything. I would really love it, just saying. So I think the real main concern here is, who do I let Prime fight? Who is actually going to arch him and everything like that in the end? Is it going to be the regular Siege version of Megatron? Or is it going to be the Netflix version of Megatron? The new shiny bot on the land? And, you know, they both look really good next to him and everything like that, you know? So, like, it's actually kind of hard to pick. Now, I'm definitely going to be getting the Earthrise version of Megatron, because ever since I saw like the first preliminary pictures of him, I kind of thought that he was actually bringing something special to the whole entire thing. And I didn't get the 30th, what was it, the 35th anniversary of Megatron and Optimus Prime, only because I really still like the way this one was, these two were actually done, and I really couldn't give like anything about like the toon shading, although it was cool. I don't know, it just didn't really say like that much to me as far as like Optimus and Megatron were actually concerned. To me, they should have actually been like battle-weary characters and everything like that, ready to scuffle again. But like, all of a sudden, this guy actually comes out, and I'm actually wondering what they're actually going to do with the Netflix version of Prime here. I'm dying to see exactly what changes they actually are going to make. The only thing that I probably would like them not to touch is probably like the blue peck shields over here and everything like that, because I think the blue windows actually kind of like just says Optimus Prime more than anything else, you know? And I kind of feel like once they actually change it to green, it just, I don't know, it's just, it would kind of like be a miss. The one thing that would actually be cool is if they actually like kind of like put Optimus in all of these like really cool metallic colors and everything like that, because like the way this actually, the way metallic colors actually make this guy gleam is really wonderful. I think that's actually a very cool thing here and everything like that. And I even like this scratched Decepticon symbol here. Like, everything else is actually cool. Like I said before, the only thing that would probably touch is like maybe taking these two out, you know, these two scuff marks and everything like that, and maybe adding a little yellow over here and everything like that, which is what Megatron should actually be, taking this out, you know. But like, I don't know, maybe I'll actually come back to this with like a little bit of alcohol and just like rub all of that out and everything like that. But I don't know exactly what I can actually do with this, but I don't want to lose the look either or anything like that. So there you go. So I'm going to take you through a quick transformation on Megatron. And I've never transformed him on my channel, so you're not really, so if you've actually seen the transformation of Siege Megatron, you're not really missing anything. But this is the first time I'm transforming him on my channel, so I'm just going to do that really quick and everything like that, and then we'll actually see how he actually looks in this new alternate tank mode. I'm kind of excited just to like actually know what he's actually going to be like, and so there we go. So without further ado, it's time to take you into transformation. Wait a minute. Alright, so transforming Megatron into a space tank mode is actually very cool. It doesn't miss a beat from the actual Siege version or anything like that. So with this guy, you're not like, if you actually have the Siege version and you want to keep the Siege version, keep him. If not, if you actually love these colors, then you know he might be something to look into, you know. So we're actually going to start off by taking this off. This will actually become his sword and all this other jazz when you actually take it off and everything like that, which actually involves like a really cool transformation, which actually involves a really cool short transformation into a sword and everything like that, and that's what it'll actually come out to be like and everything like that. So if you actually wanted to use this option with Megs, you can, you know. And that's actually very cool. A lot of people actually think that's cool. A lot of people might think it's like a little bit overdrawn and everything like that. You decide always. So I'm just going to take this off. I'm just going to turn it into turret mode. And what turret mode actually involves is, just let me make sure that he's not falling off my desk, is just taking these, just moving them out of the way. So there's like a pin that's actually, there's like a peg that's actually right in here. So move that out of the way, and then just bring this whole entire piece down like this. And then you're actually done, and this is actually ready for the tank. Then with Megatron himself, all you want to do is rotate his cannon straight up. We'll actually start putting his arms down, and then we'll actually put his fist right into the inside of his forearm. Then what we're actually going to do is put his head just slightly down in here, kind of like he's actually like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or something like that. And then we'll release these arms right on the sides. Once you're actually done with that, just bring this whole entire section up and just bring these over like so. And then bring this panel all the way down, and then there are actually going to be a couple of places right over here where you actually peg these pieces right in. So if you can actually see it on camera without my hands in the way, there we go. And there we go on this end also. And already I'm actually liking the paint distinctions that we actually have in this one. Then we want to rotate the waist 180, bring the arms all the way back. Oh wait, but bring this up first, right over here by the triggers. There we go. And by the hammers, I mean. And then bring this up. And then we just want to peg this right into his arm. There we go. All pegged. And so far you should actually look like this. Then we actually want to take this, move these two pieces from the back of his leg. Already I'm seeing that this one's a little bit tighter. There we go. Close his feet. There we go. So you just close his heel right into his feet. Bring his feet out this way, and then move this down like so. Then you want to rotate this. Oops, rotate it the other way. All the way around, and then bring this piece back and just a peg that is going to be right in there somewhere. There we go. So there's actually going to be a peg that's actually right on his hip section that goes right in there. So we're actually going to do the same thing. Just bring this out, bring his knee down, and then not like you're actually bending his knee, but like in the opposite direction, like you're actually breaking his knee altogether. So there goes his knee. This is what his knee will actually look like right here. So you actually want to go the opposite direction and bring it down like this. Then rotate it on the inside, and then bring this piece in, and then just peg this all the way in here on his hip. Just let me do it on my side so I can actually see what I'm actually doing here. There we go. Then all we want to do now is just make sure these pieces don't fall in or anything like that, and then just move these treads all the way in like this and bring them all the way down. So that way you'll actually have this. And then last but not least, just slide this right underneath here, and that will actually be his turret. And once you actually do that and you insert the turret right in there, you'll actually have a peg that goes right into his major gun. Then you actually have Megatron in Space Tank mode, and that actually looks very cool. I love these colors already and everything like that. I'm not fibbing when I'm actually telling you this. Like, he looks great. So I'm actually going to take you back into stage A, and then we'll actually finish off my thoughts on this. Okay, and here he is in tank mode. You know what? I really like this. All the colors here are actually like more metallic and everything like that. It's actually got like a real sheen about him, and I really dig that about this version. He looks great. I don't think that this will actually peg in as well as let's say like on the Siege version or anything like that. And even the Siege version of Megatron actually had its hits and misses and everything like that. But I love all the added details that they've actually put in here. Like, once you actually paint something with these like metallic colors and everything like that, you'll actually see everything pop a lot more and everything like that. And that's one of the things that I think is actually really cool about this version. He looks like he's actually a lot more weathered. He looks like he's actually like a lot more distressed, but like because of like the values of that silver and everything like that, it makes him look like he's actually like a lot more powerful and everything. You know what I mean? So there we go. And I'm actually just going to bring this in with what we actually had with the original Siege version. And there we go. If you're actually looking at these two, there we go. Just wanted to get you out here. And bringing these two in and everything like that, you can actually see, like, this one. He looks cool, he looks great, but like, then you actually go over here, and then it just looks like he's actually just like made for a movie or something, you know what I mean? Like, I love the yellow lights that are actually right underneath here. Like, he's actually got them over here too and everything like that, but like, this just pops right here. I love all of this detail here and everything like that. Like, this is actually a really, really great Megatron. It almost makes me feel as though like I may not need another one or anything like that, but I'm dying to see what Earthrise is actually going to give us, you know? But the Siege version of the toy has always been like a really, really great version of Megatron. I even love the fact that they left out like the red that are like right over here and everything like that, like right on the front. I think that on this one, it's actually cool for this figure, but like when you actually leave it over here, when you leave it out over here and everything like that, it just like gives him like more of a real world kind of a look and everything like that, you know? So that's actually very cool. That being said, I'm actually just going to give you a couple of other, hold on, just let me raise this a little bit, just so you can actually see this right from here. So I'm just going to give you a couple of other comparisons. Here he goes with Siege Optimus Prime. And like I said, even with this version, he looks like he actually matches up pretty nicely and everything like that with this version of Optimus, you know? Still not bad as far as up here and everything, although I'm really interested to know what they're actually going to do with Optimus, you know? And if they actually decided to like do like a lot more of the way of silvering over here right by his intake over here and everything like that, right by his grill, if they actually decided to paint this, I wouldn't be disappointed. The only thing I would actually kind of like want is just like windows to actually stay blue, you know, maybe blue, like maybe make like a lot more blue over here and everything like that, so it doesn't look like it's actually like more of a toy. Maybe like just like put like a little bit more value in here and everything, you know? But like, I really like what they're actually doing with these Netflix versions of these characters and everything. I'm like this close to getting Evil Mirage, you know? But like, this is really not bad. And as before, he's actually still effects compatible, you know? So if you actually wanted to have like this kind of like play value with this and everything like that, let's bring in there it goes. Let's bring in Crosshairs and Pinpointer. Let's bring in Firestar. You know, that's just like really, really great stuff right there, you know? And I love the fact that since we actually have like this new version of Leonizer and Pinpointer, which actually really completes this look and everything like that, I'm so happy that I was actually able to finally get them, you know? Like, I'm actually really loving that. I think that's actually very cool. Oh, there we are. Netflix Siege Megatron. I really love this. I will have some final thoughts in a minute. I really am having a lot of fun with this line. Man, this is great. More beef for these guys. So as far as finishing off certain things for my collection, I'm actually glad that I actually got the Siege Netflix Megatron, only because of the fact that I could actually get Pinpointer here and everything like that. And I'm actually able to complete my Crosshairs as far as like being one of my target masters and everything like that. And that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. And he's actually still going right into my collection right back here. But as far as Megatron is actually concerned, he's awesome, but I still don't know if this is actually changing of the guard or if it's actually something where I can actually kind of like leave him out as his own particular character, because he's really awesome. But I still like the way this Megatron actually looks in my collection. So I'm thinking that Megatron may like be able to stay in here and everything like that. I may include him in with my Seekers over here and everything like that, because once I actually get like Thundercracker and Skywarp in this line, I can easily like make like another display over here just for this Megatron and everything like that, which is actually kind of dope anyway, you know? But if you don't have this version of Megatron, I highly think that you should actually pick him up and everything like that. All the tolerance issues that were actually fixed on him are great, and I love the fact that these colors are actually like so amazing and everything like that, you know? If you're looking for like a shinier version of Megatron, don't look any further. If you're actually going to wait for the eventual Earthrise Megatron, I would love to see what he would actually look like, and hopefully they'll actually add this kind of paint scheme onto him and everything, you know, because like it would be nice, it would be great. So that's it from me, DIECAST NORBZ, Galactic Hooligan, and I really appreciate you guys for coming back again and everything like that to check everything out. I'm just gonna leave Megatron over here for now until I actually figure out what I'm actually going to do with him. So again, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining me once again. And remember, the Galactic Hooligan says the best thing in the world, the most gangster thing in the world, is going out and being nice to everybody. You know, now make sure that you actually are kind. And there we go. And again, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. Take care, everybody, and take care of yourselves and each other.